he had his hand up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had a question. You mentioned that because of torrents and stuff,
Yes.
it's harder to get into
Yes.
voice acting. Is that mostly anime voice acting, or does this also extend to
No,
Western animation voice acting?
No, the BitTorrenting thing, and this is something my brother has been fighting for 7 years, and I joined him about 6 years ago. The illegal, and I'm mainly talking from the perspective of the anime industry. The illegal BitTorrenting, fan subbing, all of that is destroying the industry. What people don't understand is that there is not a Japanese industry and American industry. There is one industry. The money that you pay for the DVDs when you buy your DVD at Blockbuster or wherever goes to the studio that distributes. A majority of that money to those studios go back to Japan to finance the creation of new shows. Most shows are like Samurai 7 was able to be finished because Funimation bought the licensing rights. Gantz was finished because ADV picked up the license to help finish the second season. That happens countless times. You will see on, I think it was Sayuki Reload, Geddion's name was on there.
Yep.
So the thing is if there is no money, if people are just BitTorrenting, fan subbing, whatnot, and picking those up online for free and not buying them, there's no money coming into the American industry, which sends no money into the Japanese industry. That's why we're seeing studios in Japan closing. Geddon is gone. ADV is gone. Those companies are gone for good. There are studios in Japan. Studio Gonzo, that was the powerhouse 4 years ago, has a small office now in Nerima. They went from producing 8 and 9 shows a year to much smaller. And I see fans going, well, there's nothing good new coming out. Well, you know what? Blame the people who were BitTorrenting and fan subbing. And this is what amazes me. I'm sorry, I'll get to you in a second, but this is what amazes me. A couple of years ago, the Japanese government, and this was all over the forums and all over the anime news groups, sent a letter to the American government asking them to aid in stopping the illegal distribution of their animated television programming. Now, what is that?
Our anime.
That's anime. And yet, when this story broke, I saw people who claimed to be fans on these forums, literally, and this is an actual quote, and I'm not going to use the actual profanity, F the Japanese, they opened their little island up to the world, they deserve what they get. Okay, I'm a fan from a long time ago. Greg and I are fans back from the buying $99 laser discs of anime. And you guys see, you're the old school fan, Laserdisc. $99 for 2 episodes, subtitles only, no, yeah. And then you gotta wait 8 months for the next disc to come out. I remember a time when the Japanese were so revered by fans. You never said anything about the Japanese. And now to see people that claim to be fans saying F the Japanese is appalling, is absolutely appalling to me. Shinichi Watanabe, who is beloved, actually came on stage on one of my brother's panels to answer questions and explain to fans how it was affecting the industry in Japan and to entreat them to please stop doing this. All over forums. Well, screw him. Well, Shinichi Watanabe is one of the nicest, sweetest guys in this industry. He comes over and spends at a convention and spends all of his time on the floor with the attendees because he genuinely loves anime fans. And then to see people that he will pose for pictures and smile with turn on him just broke my heart. You know, and here's my thing, and people will say, oh, well, you guys are just doing this to protect your jobs. No, I'm an anime fan. It kills me that I will never see Geddion's name on another show. It absolutely breaks my heart that I'll never see ADV's name on another show again. Because the thing is, if this industry ends tomorrow, guess what? I go back to theater. I love doing theater. I've not been able to direct a show in 5 years because I'm spending my time recording in Houston and Dallas and doing conventions. I go back to doing theater, which is something I also love. I would miss anime because of the connections I get to make and because it's an art form that I really love and I want to see continue. Has nothing to do with my job. It really doesn't. And we talked about that on the other panel. And there's nothing wrong with enjoying your job. I worry about where it's going. I'm seeing turnarounds. I'm seeing people start making it uncool. You know, when their friends are like, well, I've downloaded this, we're like, wow, that really sucks. That really stinks. There's one club, and incidentally, who here is a member of an anime club? Who here is a member of a club?
Sort of.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to pass this idea along because there's a club that is doing the coolest thing. They saw one of my brother's panels, and if you're interested in more, detailed information, there are, I think, 4 or 5 of his panels on YouTube. The entire panels, including the one that was done 2 weeks after Geek.Kon closed. On YouTube, you can just type in Greg Ayres and fan subbing, and all of those different ones. And every time he does it, because it's a different group, it's different. But lost train of thought, because I'm old. And you can tell this is obviously something I'm very passionate about.
2 weeks after the Geek.Kon closed, Greg's panel.
No, it was right what I was saying before that. You
Okay.
can see Greg on.
Anime Club.
Oh yeah, the anime club. Thank you. They are doing the coolest thing. They do, a lot of anime clubs do fundraisers and whatnot at high schools and colleges and stuff. What they're doing with their fundraising money is they are buying massive, massive gift certificates to Write Stuff. Who here is familiar with Write Stuff? Okay. Those of you who are not familiar with WriteStuff.com, I believe it's STUF. It's Write Stuff International. You can Google it. You can get, beg pardon?
Write as in writing down or writing?
R-I-G-H-T, right.
It's R.
It's R-I-G-H-T, yeah. I'll tell you what, if you are not familiar with this, you can get absolutely insane deals. And it's all legal. They are a massive distributor. I cannot recommend them high enough. But so this anime club decided, what can we do to try to help them? Because we want there to be anime, because we don't want there to just be Pokemon. Which, okay, no offense against Pokemon. I got friends that direct it. I've got friends that act in it. God bless it. It's keeping my friends, their bills paid. But what they do is they take all their fundraising money and they buy these gift certificates to Write Stuff. The gift certificates to Write Stuff. Those of you that go to Write Stuff, how much can $300 to $400 get you at Write Stuff? If you shop the bargain bins, or $2 disc, or if you wait till they have those, 25 discs for $100? Yeah, if you wait till those sales and you've got $400 in gift certificates, wow, And so I'm seeing a trend in it. Thank goodness that people are starting to wake up. I'm just praying that it's not too little too late. My brother has been saying this for 7 years, and people, he's full of crap. He's just trying to protect his job. No. We talked about that earlier. Greg is very good at spotting trends. But a couple of people had hands up regarding that.
If you want to help out the industry, but you don't have a lot of money, is buying it on eBay or at Write Stuff, is that
At Write Stuff, yes.
Or?
Write Stuff, yes. eBay, no. eBay is bootleg central.
Oh.
eBay is Hong Kong bootleg central. And I'll tell you, like my brother said, let's say you've got 150 episodes, or let's take a show, what's one of the longer series?
One Piece?
Like One Piece. Let's take One Piece,
Yeah.
even though that's still running. But let's say One Piece was over, at, Dragon Ball. 300 some episodes, the original Dragon Ball. And you're going to be able to be on eBay to get the entire series of Dragon Ball on 8 discs for $15.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. It probably is. And unfortunately, the Hong Kong bootleg market, I won't sign bootlegs. I won't. If somebody brings it to me at an autograph session and I realize it's a bootleg, I won't sign it. I can't. I just can't and feel good about myself. So, but there are plenty of legal ways to watch anime.
So buying it used at or at Write Stuff would still be helping?
Buying it at Write Stuff, because that anime has been purchased. That money has gone back to the American companies to go to the Japanese companies. Hulu. Who here watches anime on Hulu? The advertising dollars on Hulu help pay to the American companies, the licensors, to go back to Japan. iTunes.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
My new
that
show
one.
is on iTunes. I'm so excited. I was very confused because it was $2.99 an episode, and then when I went to download it, because I was going to watch it on the plane right here, for that $2.99 you get the regular and the high def version, and I was like, oh, okay, well, now it's going to take a long time to download, so I got to go. But when it came out, Speedgrapher was selling almost as much as Lost when Speedgrapher was released on iTunes, and you could get the entire series of Speedgrapher on iTunes for about the same cost as one of the special edition single sticks. Your hands up.
I'm curious, how does the licensing system work in terms of monetary distribution?
I don't know. That's not my field.
Okay.
I do know that a majority of the money that comes in goes back to the Japanese, but that's as much as I know, and here's my thing, I wouldn't want to say anything and give you false information, so I'd rather not say anything. Mike can get more of that on the YouTube clips of my brother.